Fabienne Charéron from Autograf School. So I'm in charge of the international student admission in the school. So I will start first to present you the Autograf School, which is a school so specialized in design. The school was created in 1982, so already 40 years. And it was the first school in France to have a program specialized in communication and creative professions. We are located in Paris, in France, so in the east part of Paris. And the idea also of the value of the school is to propose program that really matches the current market. So the student, when they finalize and graduate from the school, they can quickly work in the professional environment. So we are always really attentive to the evolution of the market, because communication and, for example, graphic design or digital design are evolving a lot and developing a lot. So we are always trying to update our program to match the request of the market. This slide is to show you an overview of our programs. So as I told you, we are specialized in design, so we have different fields. So I will come after more deeper in each program to give you more information. So this is more an overview. So we have programs in French-Japanese design, in 3D animation and video game, in interior design, in graphic and digital design, but also in sustainable design management, which is a really specific program of master's degree. One important program also for international students is our FLE and art program, which is French as foreign language, to learn the French language at the school. So we offer bachelor programs and master's degree programs. So 3 years and then 4 years of studies. So now I will go deeper in each program. I will try to be as quick as possible because it's a lot of information, and then maybe after you can just ask the question. So I would like to start with the French as foreign language and art program. So this program is for international students who would like to improve their French language. They can be beginner in French. So the classes are with different level, and our teacher is really used to teach French to different level in the same class. So they will study the French language every morning, and then once a week they will have also the applied art class taught in French, so they can learn all the vocabulary specialized for design and art. Then in the afternoon, they can choose also to participate to some classes of our first year of bachelor. And we give this option to the students so they can be part of a, let's say, French class. They will be with French students and a French teacher. And it helps them also like integrated the school and also being able to learn French, to hear French and to speak in French with some French students. So this program can be of 1 semester or 1 year. The student can choose. If this is a 1-year program, the prices will be 5,700 euros, and our registration fees are always 1,000 euros. So the total fees for the year will be 6,700 euros. If the student choose to learn for 1 semester, it will be 3,000 euros plus the registration fees. We have 2 starting days during the year. In September, for the student who would like to do a full year or 1 semester, and then January for the student who would like to do only 1 semester at the end of the year. So, of course, the language instruction is in French, and they won't get a diploma, but they will get a certificate, because at the end of the year, in June, they will pass the TCF test, to be able to have a certificate with their French level at the end of the year. Then after this program, of course, the student can continue their studies at Autograf school, but we will request a B2 level to be able to enter a French program of bachelor. So we have some students who come, they learn French for 1 year, and then they would like to enter the first level of bachelor. So this is usually the program they would like to do. Then regarding the first year of bachelor in design, so this is a common year for our bachelor degree in graphic and digital design and our bachelor degree in interior design. So this first year is really here to help students learning about the different technique of drawing, but also about the design. They learn art history, and they will learn also all the softwares that are linked with design. So of course the Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, but also a 3D software called 3ds Max. They will learn also how to make a portfolio because this is a really important element after when they want to do an internship, when they want to look for a job. When you're in design, we will always ask you your portfolio. So during this first year, they learn also how to make a professional portfolio to prepare them for the next steps. The duration can be 1 year or can be also 1 semester. If they choose to do a 1 semester, the starting date will be in January and it will be intensive course. That means that in 1 semester, they will do the same courses as the student that will do it in 1 year. So they have more classes during the week, but they work also on different projects and have really the same program. So after 1 semester, they can validate the first year of bachelor in design. The prices, so it will be 5,700 euro plus registration fees. And so if the student do 1 year class, it will start in September. If they do only 1 semester, they will start in January. The language, so all the classes are taught in French, and we request a B2 level in French to be able to follow the classes. And the next step will be the second year of bachelor, so they can choose between graphic and digital or interior design. And they choose at the end of the first year, because during this year, they will have different classes in graphic and digital and interior design, so they have a full overview, and then they can choose which specialty they want to follow. Then when they enter the second year of graphic and digital design, so they will follow the class of bachelor's degree. The idea of these 2 different years is really to learn more about the communication strategy, but also to design and produce different products. So it can be for printing material, or it can be for digital and digital like websites and mobile application, etc. So they really learn to be able to have, let's say, a 360-degree knowledge in the graphic, so in the design, so graphic and digital. The duration of the class is 2 years because they already did the first year. So the bachelor's degree is 3 years, so it will be 2 years. The first year will be 7,100 euros. If they already register of the first year, they won't have to pay the registration fees. However, if we have a student, for example, who enter directly the second year of the bachelor degrees because he already did, for example, 1 year of graphic design in his country, then he will have to pay the registration fees. And then the second year of the bachelor, which will be actually the third year, will be 7,100. So for these 2 years, the starting date will be September. And same as the first year of bachelor, it's all in French. So we request a B2 level in French to be able to participate. At the end of the 3 years of bachelor, they will be able to get a double diploma. So the first one is UI designer, which is a certified diploma from the French state. And the other one is the graphic and digital design bachelor degrees, which is recognized by the Federation of Education in Europe. Regarding employment, what they can do after the bachelor, some students want to start working just right away after the bachelor. Some wants to follow the studies with a master's degree, so they can choose. But the idea of the work after this bachelor, they can be graphic designer, web designer, they can be also motion designer if they are more specialized in digital, for example. Then, so still after the first year of bachelor, the student can choose the bachelor degrees in interior design. So this program is really to understand the different work in environmental designer, but also how to design a workspace, how to design, for example, a stand, how to design commercial space inside, for example, I don't know, a mall, etc. So it will be 2 years to get the bachelor degrees after they graduate from the first year. So same as the other one, the prices for 1 year is 7,100 euro. The starting date will be in September, and the classes are taught in French, so we ask B2 level in French. For these bachelor degrees too, they get a double diploma. The first one is the title of Building Information Modeling Coordinator. So this is really focused on some modelization of the space inside a building. So it's recognized, certified by the French state. And the other one is the Interior Design Bachelor degrees, which is recognized by the Federation of Education in Europe. So same, some students would like to work just after the bachelor degree, so they can work as interior designer, for example, or interior designer assistant. They can be consultant also regarding everything about the space inside a building. They can work with the decoration also. And they can follow with the master's degree of interior architect designer at the school if they want to get a diploma of 5 years studies. Then we have another bachelor degrees, which is the 3D artist. So it's really specialized in video game, 3D animation, and VFX, which are special effects. So this bachelor degrees is in 3 years. The cost of the first year is 5,700 euros plus the registration fees. The second year and the third year is 7,100 euros. The starting date for each year it's in September, and same, all classes are taught in French, so we require the B2 level. At the end of the 3 years, they will get a double diploma, so a title of 3D animation video game VFX conceptor, which is certified by the French state. And the other one is the 3D artist bachelor in animation video game VFX, which is recognized by the Federation of Education in Europe. So the employment after, so a lot of students would like to work straight after this bachelor degrees. So they can work in animation video game studios. We have some in France, they can go abroad also. And they can also work in communication advertising agencies, because more and more agencies are working on 3D projects. And after the 3 years, the student will be really specialized in the 3D. So they can work in web, television, advertising, etc. Then we have the last bachelor's degree we offer at the school is the International Bachelor Degrees in French Japanese Design, which is really a specific program because it is split between studies in France at Autograf and studies in Japan in Osaka at Osaka Soko Design, which is our partner. This is a school specialized in manga. So this program is specialized in manga and 2D animation. So students really work on the drawing, how to draw a manga, how to work on digital design, digital drawings. So the 2 years, so they do 2 years in France and 2.5 years in Japan. Why 2 years and half in Japan? Because during the 2 years in France, they will learn, of course, how to draw manga, the animation, the digital drawing, but they will also learn the Japanese language because they will follow the classes in Japanese when they will be studying at Osaka Sogo Design School. And we thought that after 2 years, they have quite good level, but it will be good to have 6 months intense Japanese class. So we are sure that their Japanese level is correct and enough to follow the classes in Osaka in the really peaceful way. So they do 2 years in France at Autograf, then they go to Japan, they do 6 months intensive Japanese language class, and then they enter the Osaka Sogo Design School and study 2 years at this school. So the pricing at Autograf is the first year 6,100 euros plus the registration fees, and the second year is 7,100 euros. The starting dates for the 2 years, it will be in September. So we ask a B2 level in French for this program. It's really important because they will learn Japanese language in French, because the Japanese teacher, of course, are teaching in French the Japanese language. At the end, they will get a double diploma because they will receive the diploma from our partner school, Osaka Sogo Design, and they will get the diploma from Autograf School, which is the international bachelor degrees in French Japanese design. Regarding the employment, after these 4.5 years, they can work as mangaka. They can work directly in Japan after they finish the studies, because they will get a degree, a Japanese degree. They can work also as illustrator or as designer. So those are all our bachelor degrees at Autograf. And then we have 3 different master's degrees. So the first one is interior architect designer. So the idea is really to specialize in the interior design after they did the bachelor degrees. Then during the master, they will work on real projects in interior design. The master's degree is 2 years, is a program of 2 years. The first year regarding the pricing is 7,500 plus registration fees, and the second year is 7,500. The master program starts in October, and same, all classes are taught in French, so we request a B2 level. They will get a double diploma, the title interior architect designer, which is certified by the French state, and the international master degrees recognized by the Federation for Education in Europe. Then after the 5 years, they go straight to work, the workplace, so as interior design architects. We have also the master's degree of art director in graphic design. So they can choose different options. They can specialize in graphic design, in advertising design, or in digital and interactive creation. The idea is really to learn the different steps to work on different projects. They work during the master with real customers, really to be able to understand how to manage a project in graphic design, how to do it when you're a freelancer, how to do it if you work in an agency. So they work also on the management part, which is quite important. The duration is 2 years. The prices are the same as the other master, so 700, 500 for each year, and registration fees for the first year. The starting date will be in October, same as all the other program. It will be taught in French, so we require a B2 level in French. At the end of the master's, the student will get a double diploma, the title of art director in graphic design, which is certified by the French state, and the international master degree of art director and graphic design, which is recognized by the Federation for Education in Europe. So after they work as an art director in graphic design, some will be specialized more in on digital projects, and some other more on communication, branding, image, etc. So they can work as a freelancer, they can work in an advertising or communication agency, for example, or they can work also in a communication marketing department in a company. Then our last master degrees is in sustainable design management. So this master is really here to, so students can learn how to manage projects. So during the 2 years, they will work on different projects. It can be by the teacher to know how to really responsive when you have environmental, how to see a long-term vision in the economy of one company or in a project. So this is really focused on managing a project, managing a team also. But all 2 years program and pricing. And this program is taught in English. So this is our only program in English for now. So we request a TOEIC score between 785 and 945. So students can understand easily the program in English and can work on the different projects. And at the end, they will get a double diploma also. So a title of organization manager, which is certified by the French state, and an international master degree in sustainable design management, recognized by the Federation for Education in Europe. Then when they end the program, they can work as, for example, a sustainable project manager. They can work as manager of the ecological transition. They can work as design and innovation director. The idea of this master is really to be able to bring new ideas, new concepts linked with design and sustainability. So that's all our different programs we offer in Autograf School. Regarding the double diploma and certified title, so our programs have a double diploma. So one diploma, which is certified by the Federation for Education in Europe, which gives students diploma recognized by the European organization, and then a title called RNCP, which are the titles that are certified by France Compétences and are recognized by the French state, which means that if they work, for example, in France, or if they work in a country who has partnership with France, their diploma will be recognized as a professional diploma. So we think it's a plus to have this double diploma, European and French one. Regarding the different steps to apply at Autograf School, so a student should first send his application to us or to the agent. We request different documents, and we really need to have a full file when we study the application file of the student. So we ask him to complete our application form, where he will tell all the different information about his name, where he lives, etc., and also which program he chooses. Then a copy of his passport, a resume, a cover letter explaining why he would like to enter this program and why did he choose Autograf School, the transcript of the last 2 years of study, the copies of his diploma. So it's important to get the copies of the baccalaureate the end of the high school diploma, because sometimes Campus France they request it, and others diploma if they have some. The French level or English level certificate, if they have one, it's better to have one because it gives us an idea if you can enter the program or not, and also a portfolio highlighting their creative work. This part is really important for the second year, third year of bachelor degrees and the master degrees. For the first year of bachelor, as a lot of students are coming from high school, they won't have a portfolio, but what we ask if they can send us some drawings, for example, they did, and if they don't have, and that's okay, because we know that when they do the high school, they won't have classes of design, drawings, etc. So it will be more on the motivation of the student. Then the application file is reviewed by the referent teacher of the program, so of each program. We do an online interview, so usually it's with me, but sometimes it's with the teacher. And then after reviewing the file and doing the interview, we will give a reply regarding the application. So these are the 4 steps for an application at Autograf. I wanted also just to give you some information about the workshop we do. We do it in all the bachelor degrees program. The workshop usually lasts 1 week, and we have workshop in France, but before coronavirus, we did also bachelor with international partners. We are trying to start it again, but it takes time. So they work for 1 week on a project given by the teacher, and the idea is to put them like if they were working in a professional agency, for example. So they have a project, they have a deadline, and they have to present their project at the end of the week. So they work in group of the different years. So we mix the first year, second year, and third year of bachelor students, so they can work together, learn to how to work in a group of person, how to exchange ideas, etc., and also how to be able to present your project at the end, like if you were in the working field and you need to present your project to make the deal with the customer. So these are quite important for us because it's really a good way of learning how to work on the project, and also a good way of learning how to work in group. Also, during the different programs, every year they will have to do an internship. This is really important for Autograf, that all students has a professional experience during the program. So since 40 years, we made different partnerships with different companies. So this is just an overview. So our students can go and do internship. So the internship will have a different duration depending if it's the first year, second year, third year, or a master's degree. But they will always have this professional experience during the year. So we help them finding also the companies. So we have partners, but we also receive some internship offers by other like companies or partners. So we share with the students and help them finding an internship. After more focus about the team. So as I was telling at the beginning, we are really a human-sized school. We have around 400 students. So we have a small team, and the idea is really to keep it not too big, because it's really important for us to be available for the student, to communicate with the student, and to have a good exchange with them. So we really try to support the students as much as we can. And we have a dedicated international relations department where I'm working in to help the international students, to help them, for example, to choose also their programs, to help them also after during all the application process, also for the visa process, etc. Regarding the teachers, Also, as I was telling, it's important for us to get a connection with the work market and our programs. So nearly all our teachers are professional, specialized in the field where they teach, which means that they come to the school, they teach, but they're also working. Just to give you an example, for the master's degree, we have teachers who are architects, we have teachers who work in the scenography, we have teachers who are graphic designer. And so it's really important for us because they can bring the update of the market in the classes. So it's how we work, and it's working quite well. And it also offers possibilities sometimes to work on projects with partners, professional partners, where the student will have to propose, I don't know, a branding to these partners, etc. So they really work on actual projects. It's not theoretical classes. Of course, they will have some, but the idea is really to have them working on projects. Also, because it will help them create their portfolio and show different projects in their portfolio when they will leave the school and try to find a job. So for international students, we don't have housing inside the school. We are a small school, but we settle partnerships with two different organizations. The first one is called Live in France. This organization really helps students with their settlement in France. So it's not only housing, they help also regarding travel insurance, the visa, to find a French guarantor. They give example of a bank account where how they can be open, also regarding the phone when they will arrive in France and need to buy a phone. So they have really different advice and help them for the full settlement in France. Regarding the housing, they propose different type of housing. It can be apartment or sharing flat in Paris and in the suburb of Paris. Paris is quite expensive place. So some students live just outside Paris, but to commute, the transport are quite easy. So it's not, if you're really close to Paris, it's really easy. And pricing through Living France, they will vary between 500 euros, for example, if you share a flat and you have a bedroom for you and share the other parts, and can go more to 1,500 euros, for example, if you want your own flat and a bigger flat, for example. It will really also depend on the location. If you're in the center of Paris, of course, it will be more expensive than some other area in Paris. We also have a partnership with a platform called Studapart. So this platform is really specialized in housing. So same, they propose apartment, sharing flats, sharing houses in Paris and the suburb of Paris. I just listed few examples of rating. This is their average rate pricing. So for example, 500 euros if you want to have a room in a share flat, 1,000 euro if you want to get a small studio, 1,007 euros if you get a flat with 2 rooms, and 2,400 euros if you get a flat with 4 rooms. They also help regarding the guarantor. So usually in France, they will always ask you to get a guarantor to be able to rent a flat. And they help also regarding housing allowance that students can get to help them paying the monthly fees. So then cooperation with us, so how we collaborate together. So I just put the different steps. It's easy, and I think it's it's really the way it goes. So the first step is the introductions through the Net24 platform. Then the idea is to do a meeting together. So it can be 1 to 2 meetings, just to be sure that we agree about the contract and all the different steps. So it could be with me, but also with our management usually. And then the last steps is the signature of the contract. So once we are all agree with the agreement, we are ready to sign the contract, and then we can start on receiving the application of the student through you. Regarding the commission, we work usually between 10 and 15%. It will depend on how we work together, the length of the contract, how many students you can bring during a year, etc. So this is things we can discuss, during the two meetings or one meeting we have together. Then I'm giving you my contact information. So my email, my phone number, and I'm also available on Skype if you need to exchange with me. It's possible also on Skype. So that's a lot of information. I hope I could give you all information you needed, and I'm open to answer the different questions you could have.